This is Fitness Blender's Tight and Toned Beach Ready Body Workout. For this workout, we're going to do a 4-minute cardio warm-up, followed by a 30-minute toning routine that consists of 3 10-minute rounds. You're not going to need any equipment for this routine, so let's go ahead and jump right into the warm-up cardio. Our first exercise is jogging in place. Now you want to keep this a nice, even, slow pace to start out with because we want to bring that heart rate up really nice and slow and bring that core temperature up really nice and slow. So make sure you're not pushing too hard into this. This is not a sprint. Just keep an even, slow pace. And we're almost done, about 5 seconds left. We've got a rear lunge with a high knee next. And go ahead and switch it. Dropping back into a rear lunge, and then pull that knee straight up in front of you, right back into that rear lunge, using the same leg over and over again. Try to get that knee up nice and high, as well as reaching that leg out back behind you as far as you can control. And just about 5 seconds left, and we're going to switch sides. And go ahead and switch those legs, same exact motion, just doing the opposite leg. And we're almost done. We've got lateral jumps coming up next. And go ahead and switch it to lateral jumps. Just start with a nice small jump left to right. Then start trying to get that jump bigger and bigger. Just go as wide as you can control. If you need to, tap that foot back behind you for a little bit of extra balance. If you want to make it a little bit harder, don't let that rear foot actually touch the ground. And we're almost done. We've got regular jumping jacks coming up next. And go ahead and switch it to those jumping jacks. Those arms come up and those feet come out, and just snap them back together nice and quick. Just keep that motion moving as quickly as you can control. And we're almost done with this warm-up. Just about 5 seconds left. And go ahead and let it relax. All right, go ahead and pause it here if you need to. Otherwise, we're going to start right into round number 1. All right, let's go ahead and get started with our first exercise, the outside thigh circles. Our first 10 is going to be laying you out on your right side, moving that left leg. Go ahead and get ready. And begin. Laying out on that right side with that right hand propping your head up. Otherwise, you can lay that right hand out completely flat and lay your head down on that arm. Then you can make a nice big revolution with that left leg, starting in a nice straight line from your body with that foot just a few inches off the ground. Swing it in front of your body, up over top of that hip, back down behind you, then pause, back out straight in line with your body, and then reverse that direction back around. Just try to push that range of motion as much as you possibly can without letting those hips roll too much. You don't want them to tip forward or tip back too much. You want to keep them as stationary as possible. And we've got one full revolution left. Bring it back around to the front. And let it relax. All right, we're going to do the same exact motion, but this time on the other side. So flip it over so you're laying on your left side, moving that right leg. Go ahead and get ready. And begin. Laying on that left side. That right leg makes a nice big circle up over top of that hip, back behind you. Pause it straight out in line with that body, and then reverse that direction back again. Remember, try to keep those hips nice and stationary. You want to keep them as solid as possible. Don't let them tip forward or lean back. And just one more full revolution left. Bring it back around in front. And let it relax. All right, our next exercise is going to be the crossover plank rows. Be down in a push-up position to start out with. Go ahead and get ready. And begin. Coming up to that full push-up position, you're going to walk those feet off to the right. That left leg's going to come back over top of that right foot. You're going to pull that left arm up off the ground in a row motion. And then you're going to nice and slow move back to that push-up position. Then do the exact same motion off to the left side. So just keep moving back and forth. Try to keep that motion as stable as possible. Move nice and slow under control. Never feel like you're out of control or you're losing your balance. And try to keep a nice consistent pace. And you got just one more on each side. Back over to the left. And let it relax. All right, our next exercise is the side cincher. So you can be up on your side for this one, on that left side first, moving that right arm and right leg. Go ahead and get ready. And begin. Bring those hips up off the ground, supporting yourself on that elbow and that knee of that left side. And that right knee and right elbow, we're going to pull in towards each other, get a nice tight squeeze on that right oblique, as well as that left oblique from trying to hold yourself up. And then you extend that right arm and right leg straight back out, full extension as far away from each other as you can get. Then pull them back in really nice and tight. Just a couple more repetitions. And let it relax. All right, let's go and move on to the next side. Same exact motion, just this time propped up on the right side, moving that left arm and leg. Go ahead and get ready. And begin. Go ahead and come up onto that right side. That left arm and leg are extend out nice and straight. Pull them in together, pulling that knee and elbow as close together as you can. Getting a tight squeeze on those obliques. Then extend that arm and leg back out to a full extension, trying to keep those hips up nice and high. And just a couple more repetitions. Extend it back out and let it relax. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the next exercise, the flutter kick reaches. Go ahead and get ready. And begin. From a full flat position, you're going to bring that right arm, left leg up, crunch up towards that toe as high as you possibly can with a little bit of rotation through those shoulders. Then drop that arm and leg back down as you bring your left leg and right leg back up at the same time. So every single time one arm and leg drops down, the opposite arm and leg are going to be coming back up. So just keep alternating back and forth, trying to keep that motion as controlled as possible. And just a couple more on each side. And let it relax. All right, let's go move to the next one, the scissor bridges. Go ahead and get ready. And begin. Pick those hips up really nice and high off the ground. Bring that left leg up, fully extended out from that hip. You can bring it out to the side as wide as you can control without letting those hips drop. Then bring it right back in, nice straight line with that body. And then out again. Just keep moving that leg back and forth, keeping those hips up really nice and high. Contracting through those glutes, those hamstrings, and then that outside thigh and inside thigh to get that leg to come out and back in. And just 2 more repetitions. And go ahead and drop those hips back down. Pause momentarily. We're going to do the same exact thing on that opposite leg. Go ahead and bring those hips right back up again. Squeeze them nice and tight. That right leg comes up this time. Same exact motion. Out to the side, back straight in line with your body. Just keep those hips up nice and high. And just 2 more. Squeeze those hips up. And nice and slow, let it relax. All right, let's go ahead and move to the next one, the static squat circles. Go ahead and get ready. And begin. Go and squat down in a half or quarter squat. Extend that right leg out in front of you, just barely touching the ground. Draw a nice big half circle all the way back around behind you. Then slowly bring it back in front, keeping that leg fully extended the entire time. Once you bring it back in front, pull that foot back underneath you and then switch sides. Do the same exact thing on the opposite side. Just stay down nice and low in that squat. And just 1 more on each side. Last one on that left leg. And let it relax. All right, let's go ahead and move to the next one, the Sidewinder mountain climbers plus a leg raise. Go ahead and get ready. And begin. Starting with that Sidewinder mountain climber, those feet are going to come up out to the right side, then jump back, then back up out to the right side, jump back again, then you can extend those legs out one at a time, nice full leg extension up behind you, then right back into that Sidewinder mountain climber. Doing 1 jump to the left, 1 jump to the right, and then a leg extension on each leg is 1 repetition. So just keep going through these. It's going to take a little while. Just 1 more cycle through. Leg raises. And let it relax. All right, go ahead and pause it here if you need a little rest. Otherwise, I'm going to start right back into round number 2. All right, let's go ahead and start right back into round number 2 with the outside thigh circles. Go ahead and get ready. And begin. Laying on that right side, moving that left leg first. Nice big circular motion with that leg. Bring it back down in line with your body and then reverse that direction. Just keep moving back and forth. You're going to feel this to the outside of that hip, the front of that thigh, the rear of that thigh just a little bit, but primarily on the outside of that hip and maybe even a little bit into that left oblique, that top oblique. And remember, don't let those hips tip forward or tip backwards. You want to try to keep them as solid as you possibly can through this entire range of motion. And just one more full revolution in each direction. Back around. And let it relax. All right, let's go ahead and switch sides. We're going to do the same exact motion on the opposite leg. Go ahead and get ready. And begin. On that left side this time with that right leg extended out. Same exact motion. Nice big circle to the back. Nice big circle back to the front. And just keep reversing back and forth, keeping those hips nice and stationary. Should feel it on the outside of that right hip this time, as well as in the front of that thigh, the back of that thigh, and a little bit into those glute muscles. And you're also going to feel a little bit on that right oblique, that top oblique from the base of your rib cage to the crest of that hip. Almost done. Just one more full revolution to the front and the back. And bring it back around to the front. And let it relax. All right, let's go move to the next one, the crossover plank rows. Go ahead and get ready. And begin. Come up in that full push-up position. Bring that left leg back behind you, crossing over top of that right leg, pulling up with that left hand. Nice row motion, and then do the same thing on the opposite side, crossing over the other direction. Just try to keep that motion as under control as possible. Nice, slow, fluid motions. Get a nice tight squeeze to that arm as you pull it up. Should feel it through that shoulder, in the back of that shoulder. And then you also want to feel it through that hip flexor, the front of that hip, those abdominal muscles, and the front of that thigh. And just one more on each side. Back over the left. And let it relax. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the next one, the side cinchers. So go ahead and prop yourself up on that left side to start out with. Go ahead and get ready. And begin. Prop yourself up on that left side, get those hips up nice and high, extend that right arm and right leg straight out in line with your body. Then pull that elbow and knee down nice and tight, contracting that top oblique, that right oblique, as well as that left oblique to keep those hips up nice and high. Just keep that motion going out and in, as much range of motion as you possibly can. And just two more full repetitions. And go ahead and let it relax. All right, we're going to do the same exact motion, this time on the opposite side. So prop yourself up on that right side and be moving that left arm and left leg this time. Go ahead and get ready. And begin. Prop that hip up, get it nice and high, contracting that left oblique and that right oblique to hold yourself in position, as well as pulling that knee and elbow down nice and tight. Just get a full extension on that arm and leg every single time. Nice tight squeeze every single time you pull that knee and elbow together. You You should be feeling this through those obliques as well as that outside thigh on both legs. And that shoulder, every single time you pull it down, you actually want to work against yourself to get those muscles to really get nice and tired. And just 2 more full repetitions. And go ahead and let it relax. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the next exercise, the flutter kick reaches. Go ahead and get ready. And begin. That right arm, left leg come up first, then alternate with that left arm, right leg. Just keep alternating back and forth. As one drops, the other one's coming back up. Just rotate those shoulders just a little bit as you reach across. Just keep that motion going nice and smooth under control. Try not to get it going too fast and get yourself out of control, rolling back and forth too much. Should be feeling this quite a bit to the front of that thigh, the front of that hip, as well as those abdominal muscles. And go ahead and let it relax. Moving on to the next one, the scissor bridges. Go ahead and get ready. And begin. Squeeze those hips up really nice and high. Pick that right leg up first. You're going to extend that leg out to the side as far as you can control without letting those hips drop. Then pull it back in line. You want to feel this exercise to that lower back, those glutes, the hamstring of that left leg, and the inside, outside thigh, and top of that thigh of your right leg. So just keep that motion going as even as you can. Just a couple repetitions left, and we're going to switch sides. Go ahead and let those hips drop. Pause for just a second. And go ahead and bring those hips right back up again. This time that left leg's going to come up. Same exact motion, just keep those hips up really nice and high. And just 2 more repetitions. Keep those hips up. And slowly let it relax. All right, let's go ahead and move to the next one, the static squat circles. Go ahead and get ready. And begin. Down in that half or quarter squat, that right leg first, full extension straight out in front of you. Keep that leg nice and straight. Draw a half circle all the way back behind you, keeping that leg straight. Back in front, then switch those legs. Same thing with the left leg, bring it out to the side, all the way behind you, then back in front again. Just keep that motion going, nice and smooth, under control. Barely tapping that toe to the ground. So you're going to feel this quite a bit in your quadriceps, the top of that thigh, your butt muscles, inside, outside thigh from having to do that nice, slow, controlled circular motion with it. You're also going to feel it in that hip joint from having to control that motion, as well as that ankle from having to control that balance. And just 1 more on each side. Last one on that left leg. And let it relax. All right, let's go ahead and move to the next one, the side wider mountain climbers plus a leg raise. Go ahead and get ready. And begin. Go ahead and start in that full push-up position. Hop those feet up to one side of your hands, then up to the other side of your hands, then one leg comes up, then the other. Just keep that motion going over and over again, as clean as you possibly can. You're going to feel this quite a bit in those abdominal muscles, hip flexors, and quadriceps from doing that hopping motion, that mountain climber motion. Then you should feel it in that little bit in that lower back, but primarily in your hamstring and your butt muscle from doing that leg lift. And just 1 more cycle through those leg lifts. And let it relax. All right, that's the end of round number 2. We're going to go ahead and start back up with round number 3. Otherwise, you can pause it here for just a little bit more of a break. All right, let's go and start back in with round number 3, our first exercise, the outside thigh circles. Go ahead and get ready. And begin, laying out on that right side, making a nice big circle with that left leg. Just pause in line with your body, then reverse the direction of that circle. Just keep alternating back and forth, trying to keep those hips as stationary as you can. And we've got just one more full revolution in each direction. Bring it back in front. And let it relax. All right, we're going to switch sides. We're going to do the same exact motion on the opposite leg. Go ahead and get ready. And begin on that left side this time, moving that right leg. Nice big circle back behind you. Pause in line with your body. Then bring it back in front. Just keep alternating back and forth. Again, keep those hips nice and stationary. So one more revolution in each direction. And back in front, keep that leg nice and straight. And let it relax. All right, let's go move on to the next one, the crossover plank rows. Go ahead and get ready. And begin, coming up to that full push-up position, crossing that left leg back behind you, pulling that left arm up off the ground. Then repeat that motion on the opposite side, just alternating back and forth, nice, slow, controlled motion. Just try to make it as solid as you possibly can. The slower you go, the easier it's going to be for balance. Just got one more on each side. Last one over to the left. And let it relax. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the next one, the side cinchers. Go ahead and get ready. And begin, propping yourself up on that left side. Bring that right elbow and right knee nice and close down to each other. Tight squeeze every single time. So remember, try to keep those hips up as high as you possibly can. And just a couple more full repetitions. And let it relax. All right, go ahead and switch sides. We're doing the same exact motion, just on that opposite side. Go ahead and get ready. And begin. Bring yourself up on that right side this time, pulling that left elbow and left knee in together nice and tight. keeping both of those obliques, that left and that right oblique, nice and solid. Those abdominal muscles and lower back contracted to help you keep that balance. Just make sure you're keeping those hips up really nice and high. And just 2 more full extensions. Last one. And let it relax. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the next one, the flutter kick reaches. Go ahead and get ready. And begin, starting with that right arm, left leg, bring them up nice and high, then cross over with that left arm, right leg. Just keep alternating back and forth, nice fluid motion. Don't get going too fast. You want a nice controlled motion. You don't want to flop around too much. You want just a nice rotation on those shoulders. Just keep that motion going under control. Just 2 more on each side. And let it relax. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the next one, the scissor bridges. Go ahead and get ready. And begin. Bring those hips up really nice and high. Squeeze those glutes in that lower back. That right leg is first. Bring it out to the side, straight back in line with your body. Make sure that knee stays nice and straight, pointing that toe. Just try to get as much range of motion out of that leg as you can, coming out to the side, and then back in a straight line with that body. Just nice, slow, controlled motions. And just 2 more repetitions. And leg back in, nice and slow, drop it down. We're going to switch sides. And go ahead and bring those hips right back up, nice tight squeeze. That left leg's going to come up this time. Nice slow motion out to the side as far as you can control and back in. Two more repetitions. There's your last one right there. And slowly drop it back down and let it relax. All right, let's go and move on to the next one, the static squat circles. Go ahead and get ready. And begin. Go ahead and drop down in that quarter half squat. That right leg comes out straight in front of you, barely touching the ground. Swing it in a nice half circle all the way back behind you, then back in front. Bring it underneath your body again. Switch over the other leg and do the same thing on that opposite leg. Just keep alternating back and forth, trying to stay down as low as you possibly can, keeping that leg as straight as possible. Just 1 more full motion on each side. And let it relax. All right, let's go and move to the next one, the Sidewinder mountain climbers plus a raise. Go ahead and get ready. And begin. Come up into that full push-up position. Hop those feet out to the outside of those hands, one side, then the other. Then a nice full extension on each leg. Then start that motion over again. Just keep that motion going as quickly as you can. Nice, smooth, controlled motions. And just 1 more full cycle. The leg raises. and let it relax. All right, good job. You just finished Fitness Blender's Beach Ready Body workout.